What up, Wheatfield? What up, Wheat? What it do? Welcome back to the Wheatfield. Welcome to you. Don't worry about why I'm in my pajamas today. We just resting, Ashe. But we did do a message, and we had an experience, and we want to talk about it just a little bit. The title of the video that we are working on getting put up is called Source is pleased. You did well persevering. Be open, be vulnerable, like the ever unfolding rose. That's the name of the video. Okay? So when you guys get it up, when I get it up, you'll see it and hopefully you'll watch it. Ashe, and if there's a message for you, if you come to this space, then hopefully you'll resonate and we'll vibe. And there'll be something for you, to bite and nibble on, something to edify you. But let me tell you about this experience. So, we have learned, and thank you, Source, for being here with us, the whole and complete Source, nothing broken and nothing missing. I call in wholeness, balanced, whole and complete. Help me to deliver this message, edifying unto self, so that I may offer it up and receive back onto what I need to be edified, to be whole, to be strengthened in the spirit. I have a yoke upon my shoulders, and I need your perfection to help me bear it. Allow me to give this up onto you, and you can serve that out in whichever way and capacity that you need, so that it can go out, these messages cycling and helping us come together for our sake, for unity and harmony. Yes, anybody that comes to this space, I pray you receive, again, a message that's good for you, Ashe, because it is my heart's desire to serve. Yes, to give that out onto you, my brother and my wheat. Yes. For we are creation, and we are whole, and we are complete. There's nothing broken, beloved, and there's nothing missing. Whew. With that being said, we did the message of the day. Daily episode of the Tears of We Throat show, where you sure enough never know what you're going to get, because your girl LT, yeah, we displayed a little bit of it. And we've been breaking out of the shell to awakening, and we like to share that with others who are going through the same thing. You know what I mean? And while we do that, there's energies that don't want us to do that. They don't want us to come to freedom. They don't want us to be whole. They don't want us to remember that we are whole, because we are whole. They don't want us to have any secrets revealed. They don't. They want to keep it hidden. And even though we pray for protection to be sealed, we know every crack, every crevice, okay? We know that the intelligence works, the source that caused the intelligence moves on the breath, yes. Source caused the breath, and the intelligence moves, syncopates all things, whatever the source wants it to do, yes. So, there are energies that know how to manipulate, right? But the source still allows all things, Ashe, right? It does. Because there's learning in that. And that's kind of where I'm going. So if you can still stay with me and you still here, thank you so much for just bearing with me. We got to work this energy out. And I get the downloads directly, and so I'm trying to make sure that I say it out, I speak it out. And I can't speak it, I got to speak it the way the source give it to me. It would pull me back and be like, that ain't what I just told you. And I get instant correction. And you guys will see that too. Okay, so yeah, we was filming and we did the settings, cause see, that's you are so good. Thank you for pulling me back and remembering, cause you know your girl, I get squirrel. Anywho, look, I learned very early on, not very early on, but we kept getting, if we get the channel is flowing and that energy and the source is speaking and sitting and resting with me, we channel with the message, we channel a message with the big three, the source of our us, the source of us living. Yes, you see, and comes down and directs the message. You know, we don't never know what we cooking. You know, the source bring it, and it happens in real time. I mean, it really does. So there's this one. Yeah, take action. Yes, yes, keep it moving. Anywho, source say, you need to put a setting on this here technology that you use to deliver these messages on, because I'm recording on my cell phone, like most of us today. I mean, why buy a whole nother camera when this one costs $215? You know what I'm saying? Anyhow, yeah, I know. Pull me back, keep me back. So we had to put a reminder or a little thing, you know, do not disturb. Like no calls, no nothing can come through. Everything is disallowed. And it was like, okay, got it. So now we can just flow and it comes out and there's no disruptions. We in rhythm. We flowing. Then the call come in and it's like, okay. Then we have to get back in rhythm. We getting heated up, it's getting going. Something comes in and break it. And I was like, okay, we got to figure out a way to, you know, mitigate it. Put on the setting that it was like, if you call me a couple of times, it'll come through because it thinks that it's an emergency. You need to really do that, right? So it's like, okay. Then we even took that off because it's like, okay, most of the time, it, you know. Anywho, today we put on the do not disturb. We did everything we were supposed to do. We did. And guess what? Calls kept coming through. I was like, now that's pretty odd. The first one I even asked her, did you call me a couple of times to kind of get through, Ashe? She said no. First time I called you, I was like, oh. Get going again. Get back into it. We flowing, delivering the message. And then here come another call. I was like, huh. And in between that call and getting back flowing again, we checked all the settings just to be sure that we didn't miss nothing. Nope, we didn't miss nothing. All the I's are dotted. All the T's are crossed. All crossed. Why do they keep coming across? What is interrupting the flow? Those tears doing the only thing that they know. Trying to manipulate any bit of anything just to break up the delivery of the messaging. It was like, So it's all good. We know how to create a movie. We can take the clips and put them together and piece them together. And the only thing about that is that I've noticed that when I do that and sew them together, that the audio is off. It doesn't quite punch the same because the voice and the action and the visual is off from the audio, Ashe. Now most of folks, you know, they get through it, they can vibe with it, they can see it, it's like it's okay, what, you know, we flowing with you, girlfriend, Ashe. Let's hear the source. This source is resonating and I'm all in it, and I'm, you know, they can get what they need from it. Yeah, it's hitting, it's still doing its thing, but that boom, you know, that I be feeling when I'm delivering it, I be feeling like it's a little bit depleted. And I feel like it is a trick of it's a test of perseverance is what source is saying to me. Perseverance. Will I allow the frustrations to stop the messaging, or will I persevere through it? And even for those who are listening, will you allow the slight things being slightly off keep you from getting what you need, or just being edified or resonating if you're feeling it and vibrating with that frequency, that exchange of energy? Or will you disconnect and go on about that because sometimes when we come together in union and get into a place of harmony, we're not going to sway right all at the same way. It's going to be a little bit of churning, a little bit of resistance. I feel with the flow going in two opposite different ways. I feel resistance, but I also find what is that? Solidarity. Solidarity resistance. Like one is flowing one way and the other one is flowing the other way. And it's like, again, that coming together, the tuning of it. I feel like, which way are you going to lean into? Into what you hear, what you see, visual, and being able to bring them to balance. I hear what you see, it's what you get. It's what you get, ay, what you see. It's what you get, my baby. Okay, I don't know what that tuning, that frequency, felt like I ain't used that side in a very long time. And that's what we were talking about, bringing in that other energy, balancing out our duality, right? And to tune that, yes, because it definitely was off pitch and out of key. And the key to all things is the tuning. So that's what we were speaking about. The tuning, the balancing, the great awakening. Coming to wholeness and complete with the, understanding your duality, accepting and calling in all of your energy. Because you need that for, it's right there too, spiritual strength. You see how that comes together to balance you out, your inner scales. Yes. And look what's right here. I'm going to just try to get it out. You see that spiritual strength and how it's two, like the balancing. I feel like it's been like this where we only offer up to one part of our complete energy, like the source that called our light. We're only offering up to one part of the energy, but there's another energy to offer too. And that's kind of what we were going through. We were demonstrating the offering up and how we do that with both hands. But when we call out for help, we're only acknowledging one side of it, and that's what we get, right? And it leaves us lacking some spiritual tools out here. And it puts a lot of pressure and strain on just one side, right? It's almost like if you just leaned on one side of your body or your one side of your strength, on one side of your spirit, and never really feeding or building up the other side of it. And when we build up both sides, you have spiritual strength, balanced, par, able to support the whole yoke that has been placed upon you and actually make it light. I can feel the relief in my shoulders physically. Yeah. Strengthening, because one side is weak and I need to edify it, strengthen it, lean into it, build it up, acknowledge it. Acknowledge it. Yes. So that's what that message is about, right? And to persevere through the acknowledgement, the working to come to balance, and so that you can, release fear. Somebody's having some planning that's going on, or planner, or planning for something different, something great. And we started off with talking about that effervescent feeling that something's coming, Ashe. And whatever that is, you're going to take action because the answer is yes. You are spiritually prepared, you are balanced and ready for it. You have passed the test. And Source of Us says, the Source is pleased. You did well in persevering. Be open, be vulnerable, like the ever unfolding rose. Because, stay tuned, there's more to come. Right on the nose. To the next now, y'all, with your girl Lottie. Yes, and the source of us, the source of me. Yes, we love you. We love you. We love you just like we love the source that made us. We do, because we are all pixels and pieces of the source. I am, and so are you. You have duality. It's not just one half, it's the two, right? Yes. And source says, be persistent in investing in your whole you. To the next now. Oh, we have to acknowledge the intelligence in the breath of life. Yes, 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 yes. Ooh, source. We don't want to leave them out. Because that intelligence pulls back all those secret memories and helps us develop, what we speak out of our mouth. Because life and death is in the power of the tongue. And we live and breathe the breath that fills all things, all living things. To the next now. Hope you go and check that video out, though. I really do. I really do. And I hope you can persevere through any interruptions that may be present. Yeah. We'll get it up there as soon as we can get everything. Oh, that was another part. Squirrel. Yes. Gotta say it. We went through the whole action of sewing everything together, right? Whole action of sewing all of the pieces together, because it ended up being 3 clips. Get this. Why we looked at each piece to make sure we got them in order right to create the movie reel so everything can get sewn together right. And lo and behold, do you know when we went along the way of saving, we kept being called to certain numbers. Like we would be in prayer, praying, releasing the energy, things like that, and just coming down off of the reading. And we were seeing certain numbers, whether it was 90, no, we kept seeing 1, really was 8. We kept seeing the infinity. Right, we kept coming back to 2. Right, it broke down to 2, like duality. We kept coming back to the number 9 for like reaching this level and getting ready to ascend. And then right at like we were praying. The last one we got to was like we saw it was like 93%. And 9 and 3 is 12, right? And that breaks down to a 3. And it remembered, like it brought forth like the chaos, the heartache, things that happened in the past and what we were feeling, maybe things that somebody was speaking, what we had been eating, all of it. And then we opened up our eyes and it was on 100%. It was like just that quick from, we sat here and waited for almost an hour, right? Just to get everything sewn together, just to get it saved. We can't do anything else. We were in a holding pattern, or it was just like, we have to make sure it's not timed out and keep everything active and just keep going. And it was really a test of perseverance. And then we saw that 93%, again, I love numbers and breaking them down, and broke down to a 3. All of that, the little bit of frustration, the heartache, the emotion that we were feeling. And we, have to wait. We got how many more minutes, because it's like this long. And I prayed, went back into prayer and meditation, breathing, feeling both sides of my lungs moving, getting them in rhythm, that tuning, and opened up my eyes. Boom, it was on 100%. And it literally had only been about a minute. So I was like, wow, it's complete. And now we're just in a point, that space of saving, like where you can step forward, and just kind of thinking about that. It was like, okay. And then turned around to check the video once it had been saved, and lo and behold, it's saved with the last portion being first. The last portion being first. And I know that when I sewed the clips together, I checked the order. to ensure that the first clip, the introduction, the break of us coming back after that interruption, the last one, the finish, was in order. Just the way that I did it. But when it got through all of that processing, last thing that I saw was at 93, breaking down to 12, which breaks down to 3. Boop, blink over my eyes, prayer, calming. It's complete, save. And at that point, the last was first, and the first was last. I hope y'all watch it. Ashe.